in an effort to challenge and prove wrong the statement of Harrison Gwamnishu, a well-known civilian volunteer assisting Nigeria security operatives with intelligence information that has led to the arrest and killing of suspected kidnappers in gun battle, that Harrison Gwamnishu, was never arrested or charged to court by the Nigeria police force over the 5.4 million nairas he allegedly removed from the 20 million nairas ransom he was contracted to hand over to the kidnappers for the release and rescue of the married couple kidnapped in Avili community in the Etsiko West local government area of Edo State in late November 2025. A leading Nigeria social media influencer and human rights activist, Martins Vincent Otts aka VeryDarkMan, on Tuesday night took to his social media pages and presented an apparent questionable court document, probably with malicious intent to manipulate and mislead unsuspecting members of the public in order to malign the character of Harrison Gwamnishu. This, in the court document presented by VeryDarkMan, the alleged charge serial numbers were covered with a colored ink. No date of court sitting was written on the court document. The document indicated that the alleged 3-count charges were drafted and signed on the 18th of December 2025, a day before Harrison Gwamnishu was asked to go home from the police custody on December 19, 2025, while awaiting the advice of the Department of Public Prosecutor, DPP, on the matter. And the apparent fraudulent court document did not show the officer or the person responsible for the court count charges, and VeryDarkMan apparently in a manipulative manner did not show the full signature and any name of the officer who authored the alleged court charges. VeryDarkMan claimed in the video that the prosecutor wanted Harrison Gwamnishu jailed for 6 months, but the judge he identified as Justice Etinosa Adekombi allegedly on her personal consideration, because of the Christmas and New Year season and public intervention, decided to grant Harrison Gwamnishu bail. Harrison Gwamnishu says he was never arrested by the police or charged to court as speculated in the public spaces over the 5.4 million nairas he allegedly removed out of the 20 million nairas ransom he was given to hand over to kidnappers, and as well apparently used the money as a bait to stage sting operation for the release and rescue of the husband and wife simply identified as Mr. and Mrs. Ibrahim, kidnapped in Avili community in the Etsiko West local government area of Edo State, which generated public reactions after the kidnappers set free the wife and kept the husband in captivity on the ground that the money given to them was not complete, and some persons who have access to the apparent sensitive security information went public to create an impression as if Harrison Gwamnishu stole part of the ransom money, even when Harrison Gwamnishu explained to them that it is part of his operational procedures to remove some cash from the ransom money. His explanation apparently went on deaf ears, and people who may be best described as mischief makers took advantage of the issue to call Harrison Gwamnishu names and reopen his alleged past deeds in a prejudiced manner to cast aspersions on him, even when they knew that Harrison Gwamnishu has a long history with video evidences of assisting security operatives to rescue kidnapped victims, and in some cases, the total money paid as ransom were recovered and returned to the victims' families, and the sting operation usually leads to the killing and arrest of the suspected kidnappers. This, according to Harrison Gwamnishu in a statement he issued through his verified Facebook account some hours ago. He was the one who personally submitted himself voluntarily to the Edo State Command of the Nigeria police force to enable the police investigate his action, that he never had the intention of stealing the money, and his action of removing some money from the ransom was part of his usual operational procedures, adding that the police never charged him to court, and while in self-detention with the police, he became the cell president and he facilitated the release of 4 persons who were probably arrested and detained by the police unjustly for a crime the beneficiaries may know nothing about. And a video posted online by Harrison Gwamnishu on Monday night showed he arrived home to the waiting hands of his elderly mother, who was seen in the video singing, dancing with other family members, friends and well-wishers, and screaming loud with joy, while using one of her hands to caress the chest of her son, Harrison Gwamnishu, during which she said a lot of prayers in her local dialect. We had reported that the Nigeria police force under the leadership of IGP Kayode Egbetoken has kept mum since reports indicated that the US-trained private intelligence officer, Harrison Gwamnishu, who was invited to facilitate the rescue of a married couple, husband and wife simply identified as Mr. and Mrs. Ibrahim, that was kidnapped since late November at their home in Avil community, a village near Auchi Polytechnic in the Etsuko West local government area of Edo State, has been arrested and remanded to prison by a court sitting in Benin City, the Edo State capital, over allegations that the private intelligence officer, Harrison Gwamnishu, underpaid the ransom money given to him to give to the kidnappers to rescue the married couple in captivity. The reports of Harrison Gwamnishu's arrest and subsequent remand to prison custody became widespread after a popular Nigeria social media activist, Vincent Martin Zotz, in a video statement on Friday morning alleged that he has facilitated the arrest of the private intelligence officer, Harrison Gwamnishu, for allegedly removing 5.4 million naira from the total amount given to him by the victim's family to help pay as ransom to the kidnappers. This occurred after the sting operations Gwamnishu had prepared the ransom money for was probably aborted after a man, whose real names may be Oshiorimhe Jobasegheme, leaked, revealed and exposed the plan's sensitive security information online. According to the suspect who leaked out the sensitive security operational plans of Gwamnishu, Harrison Gwamnishu never told the family he was going to remove some money from the ransom, that the kidnappers said the money was not complete, hence only the wife was released, the man still held in captivity due to the incomplete ransom payment. The suspect, Oshiorimhe Jobasegheme, in a video-recorded statement stated that he was the one that helped facilitate the service of Harrison Gwamnishu when the family of the kidnapped victims requested for it. The action of the suspect may have prompted Harrison Gwamnishu to abort the sting operations, obviously for the safety of his personal life and the lives of Nigeria soldiers and other security operatives he does use to execute and complete his sting operations against kidnappers, which often leads to the killing of the kidnappers and recovering of the total ransom paid. For the purpose of clarity, sting operations is a deceptive practice and undercover tactics used by journalist or intelligent officer or security operative to get closer to a suspected criminal or criminals in order to be more familiar with the criminals and the environment they operate. And the deceptive practice may include the journalist or intelligent officer or security operative pretending to give ransom money to kidnappers in a manner that can cause a delay and proper assessment of the environment before the security troops may launch offensive attack against the criminals. The action of a Segheme of leaking out sensitive security information may be of interest. Why Nigeria's soldiers and other security operatives are being killed in large numbers whenever in previous and recent years the Nigeria security troops are on rescue missions, including the recent mass killing of soldiers along with Brigadier General Uba Musa and civilian JTF members at Wajiroko village in Borno State by criminals.
Alright, so that demonic, evil, very dark man, that wicked, very dark man, is about to do his demonic, evil, wicked, envious, jealous things that he usually does. But guess what? It always comes with truth. And you all know it. You can't take that away from him. No matter the accusation, you know the truth. And you can't skip his video either. That's the law. You can accuse, push narrative, but you can never skip his videos. So sit down again and watch. So, Harrison have made his first post. Good for him. And then he said, let's skip to the important part. He said, for clarity, I was neither invited nor arrested by the police. As a law-abiding citizen, I voluntarily presented myself for investigation regarding the incident. Which incident? Let's skip that. At the moment, I have not been charged, as the matter is still under review by the Directorate of Public Prosecution. See, this is the problem. I don't like lies. Damage control here and there. Anyways, you have not been charged. I'll read your charges for you. You might be wondering how I got the document, but I'll read it for you regardless. As you can see, in the High Court of Justice of Edo State in the Benin Criminal Division holding at Benin City. Motion 2025 between Commissioner of Police, complainant / applicant, and Gwamnishu Harrison M, 35 years, suspect. He said he has not been charged. Now let's read this charge. Charge that you, Gwamnishu M, on or about the 27th day of November 2025 around Auchi, Edo State, within the Auchi Criminal Division, under false pretense of inserting some security device into money meant for ransom payment of kidnappers with intent to defraud, did obtain the sum of 5.4 million naira from one Abdulaziz Saliu, and thereby committed an offense contrary to section 1 bracket at and punishable under section 1 subsection 3 of the Advance Fee Fraud and Other Fraud Related Offences Act 2006. That's one. Count 2 of your charge. That's you, Gwamnishu M, on or about 27th day of November 2025 around Auchi, Edo State, within the Auchi Criminal Division, did have in possession counterfeit currency notes of 5.4 million naira, which you knew be counterfeit currency, and thereby committed an offense punishable under section 25 subsection 5 of the Central Bank of Nigeria Act 2023. Counts 3. That you, Gwamnishu, on or about the 2nd day of December 2025 around Auchi in Edo State, within the Criminal Division, did cause the continuing kidnap of one Zagiru Ibrahim M, and thereby committed an offense punishable under section 3 of the Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law of Edo State. You see, these are very, very big. You see the counts 2. My lawyer and I put down for that problem. That issue of fake naira notes, just to do damage control, right? We now put it in a problem for count 2. Count 3, they are alleging kidnapping. That is part of the people doing kidnapping, based on their own investigation. Now, I wouldn't know why you would lie about something like this. Now, this is the charge that you said you will never charge. Just in case you still want to argue further, this is the judge that sat on the case. Her name is Honorable Justice Etinosa Adekambi. That's the judge. That was the prosecutor. The judge was there. As a matter of fact, the prosecutor wanted you to go to jail for what you did for 6 months. But the judge was, of course, the judge just had to. Christmas they come, and of course a lot of people trying to plead and all that. So the judge just said, yeah. Now, let's go back again, right? He said, for clarity, I was neither invited nor arrested by the police. That means you walked in. So why didn't you walk out? Why didn't you walk out? Now, I don't like damage control, you see. But anything you say, I'm just going to come say something. And of course, you all know VeryDarkMan has proof. And let me tell you see, Nigerians have what I call a problem. It's not as if they don't know. Whatever thing I say, trust me, the whole country, anybody that watches it know I'm not lying. Of course, some people out of hate, I don't attack their favorite person before, they are scared that tomorrow might be their turn, they will just gather. It's like a group, you understand? They have a group of haters somewhere. They camp against VeryDarkMan. But the problem is this: you can't do anything. Do you understand? You can't do anything. And once VeryDarkMan talks about you, take it anywhere. There's what I do. I call it the truth hole. I put the truth hole on your personality. You might not go to prison, you might not go to jail, but there's that doubt I give. If I put a bomb, before anybody takes your story anymore, it's going to take ages. We have not even started. I will now go bit by bit into the whole thing. Like I said, I would just want you to come and tell the public. Nobody can believe you over VeryDarkMan. It's not even possible. They are all lying to themselves. Do you understand? And again, this is the law. Let me tell you how the law. It's my law. It's my law. When you have a problem with VeryDarkMan, right, this is what happens. Or when there's a problem. When people have a problem with VDM, that period, they get a lot of engagement. After 4 months, the people know VDM is not lying. They know, they just want to just bullshit VDM. But of course, VDM doesn't give a fuck. So they go to support you, po. Then later, they know the truth. They are going to go back. They did it with China, Ross. Where is it today? Mr. Jollof, a few days ago. Everybody, oh, Jollof. You can't get no good engagement no more. You have to do something extraordinary, right? Do you understand? So when you do damage control, sometimes, when these whole things, I look at them and I smile. 4 months, they know VDM don't lie. 2, 3 months, they know VDM don't lie. Do you understand? They know VDM don't lie. Like I said, my work sometimes is not to take you to jail. No, not because I want them to arrest. No. Simple. I just put a hole there. It's a hole. It's called the truth hole in the character. Do you understand? And the painful part is all of you cannot do anything about it. Nobody can do anything about it. This is VeryDarkMan we are talking about. Do you understand? Now your connection cannot do much. You bring out money, we bring out money too. You can't tell no police to go pick VeryDarkMan up anymore that you have some connection. It's not going to work. Unless if you are the government. Of course, the government can do that. They are the government. But no single entity, again, in this full country can do shit anymore. You can waste 200 million, I'll put it down. You go higher, I go higher. We put money down now. And guess what? What people don't know is, once a case is in the public, I can talk about it. It's my right to talk about it. I like my new accent. Peace and love, don't play. If you play, don't learn, and you will learn the hard way. And in this case, you all will learn. Like I said, I'll make everybody look stupid. That is what I do best. Peace and love, don't play. And you all know, I don't need love from nobody. I don't use love for nothing.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.